What's up, y'all? Keko here, your favorite van lifer. We're out here in the Wild West today, about to do some exploring, go see some ancient sites. I just finished up breakfast, a nice 6-egg omelet, so I'm all fueled up, ready to go for the day. Let's hope the weather keeps clear for us. It's a bit overcast now. We might face some rain later. Come check out this campsite. We're out here amongst the beautiful red rocks yet again. Somehow I find myself somewhat magnetized to these red rocks. And there's been a ton of deer out here for the past day. And it's pretty remote. Literally only seen one car drive by since I've been here yesterday afternoon. Don't see any deer right now. They're pretty skittish. But yeah, we got a super fun day planned. Gonna see some really cool sites, some of the most coolest and most mysterious ancient sites in the United States today. So come along, come catch a vibe. All right, y'all, we're out here. Petroglyph site number 1 for the day. Had to change our plans a bit because of the weather, but all good. We're right by a creek bed, which what I find is an interesting pattern of many of these petroglyph sites, often near some sort of creek or river, water source. It's my belief that these sites were sacred sites for the ancient indigenous people. And we've got some red rock cliff faces ahead of us. Petroglyphs are near. Wow, this site is amazing. Check it out. So many of these beings, I'll show you more in a minute, are carrying this thing. This looks like a lamp. Could it represent a plant, a tree, or dare I say a mushroom? Look at that. All these beings have these antennas. Possibly representing connection or an ability for other senses beyond our normal 5 senses. Look, this dude is frowning. This guy has one of these mushroom-like things in one hand and a circular shape in the other. Let me get down this cliff. I'll show you the others, even more spectacular. This site is absolutely incredible. This guy holding the mushroom-like object again. All right, time for the 2 most spectacular walls, or panels. Oh. They all have unique clothing or necklaces, and they all have these antennas. Check out these smaller guys. This guy yet again, holding something a bit deformed in his right hand and a circular spiral-like object in his left. This guy actually has a tail. All right, time for the grand finale. The biggest being out here. This guy's probably about 5 feet tall, wearing some sort of necklace. Really amazing. And then there's clearly a little scene going on below his or her feet. We have this, which, tell me that doesn't resemble a devil-like image, holding some sort of rope or leash, or indicating some sort of connection to this other being which is faded. Really amazing. And last, but certainly not least, probably the clearest depiction here. Just check out this scene, man. Whew. What is the story trying to be depicted here? To me, this is really the most magnificent panel at this site. I'll start at the left here. We have a being either wearing earrings or very large ears. Again, in this being's right arm is a spiral, really amazing spiral, sun-looking shape. In the left, another object. In the center, we have this tall being about 4 feet, 1.5 meters tall, adorned with certain headdress, clothing. This is the only being that actually does not have the antennas. Almost looks like hair. And then, being way smaller, about 1 foot in height, next to him. This large being is connected to, let's say, the mushroom on the right side in his left arm, the spiral sun shape on his right arm, and finally we have these two other beings. Clearly a story is being told here. The true original meanings, we may never know. We can only speculate. Wow. Really one of the most amazing sites I've been to. Not very well known, although you can't find info about it online. Amazingly peaceful, serene canyon. Snowy, small mountains in the background. Really a treat to spend time at this ancient, sacred site. Yo, so I'm driving out here in the middle of nowhere. Look what I come across. This baller, first of all, has big ass statues of dinosaurs in his front yard. But even crazier than that, he's got a whole freaking water slide at his house and an indoor pool house. Yo, how do I become friends with this dude? Baller. All right, we're out here at the next site. Some cool petroglyphs here, but very faded. So was that done naturally, or were these just much older than other ones? Who knows? So let's hope they show up okay on the camera. Nothing too spectacular, but pretty cool nonetheless. And we've got graffiti. Motherfuckers. Okay, we're out here at the next site. It's a pretty cool one. Some interesting symbols down here. Not sure what to make of them. A large being up here. Another being. Bighorn sheep. Spiral. Different style here with all the dots. Okay, I'd say there are really two unique features out of the many petroglyphs at this site. The first one being this figure, most likely female. Very unique, very different compared to all the other petroglyphs in this region. Okay, I'm going to make this very brief because it's snowing, but the second unique feature here is definitely all these lizards. There are quite a few. Look at this guy, man. One very interesting aspect of many of these petroglyphs, and this has been documented in scientific papers, is that the sun will shine through the rocks, and due to certain shadows or certain light formations, will form on certain areas of certain petroglyphs at very specific times throughout the year. Sometimes only for a few minutes on an important day, such as summer solstice or the spring or fall equinox. So could it be that all these lizards in this area are in very specific locations on the rock to indicate or represent certain very important days of the solar year? What up, boys? Alright, y'all, the last stop of the day, the grand finale, we got a banger. This one's gonna be dope. This one's actually unique in that it's on private land. It's on a ranch. Most of these sites are on public land. So, let's see what we got. We're battling the elements a bit with the snow. Hopefully I don't fuck up the camera. But let's go. Now this is really an amazing sight. Check it out. Bunch of figures. All different types. Now one of the most mysterious petroglyphs in the world is right behind me. This one puzzles all sorts of people. Let's call him Bigfoot. Take a look at this guy. About 5 feet in height. Humongous feet. What does that represent? What does that symbolize? Take a look at his hand. He has 6 fingers. Is this supposed to be some sort of giant figure? Some sort of demigod? Who knows, man? The figure to his right, even taller. Each of them adorning some sort of necklace. And then this other figure, let's say medium-sized feet, still very large, with the horns painted over it. Very interesting, very mysterious. Take a look at these guys. You've got one half a person down here. Potentially this rock broke off. And then two larger figures above him. Each with these large, almost I want to say hula hoop looking things, large circles. Wow. Look at that headdress or crown up there. Pretty wild. Here we have a group of much smaller figures, 2 to 3 feet in height. Could this have represented a family? Let's say of normal humans. Many ancient sites, whether they're megalithic structures or rock art like this site, clearly shows, in my opinion, 2 or more civilizations. I hypothesized that first we had an earlier civilization which created the Petroglyphs, and then we can see it looks like over time the rock chipped away because we only have the very upper half of this petroglyph. It looks to me like this is clear evidence that a second civilization came in later in time and created these more basic pictographs. Here's a mysterious symbol unique to this site. In the multiple instances it shows up, it appears to be hanging off of one of these larger figures' elbows. The right half of this figure was presumably eroded away by the rock. We continue on to the other panel. See this figure again. Again hanging off of the elbow. A much larger figure. The one and only Bigfoot. Very mysterious, this symbol. What does it mean to this culture? Another instance of this symbol, clearly hanging off of the shoulder and potentially crying. Potentially a smaller being. Another interesting symbol unique to this site. In this case, it is a skirt-like garment on this being, but it shows up in other places on this site. Honestly, it reminds me of a United States flag turned on its side. The stars or the dots and the stripes. Another instance of the dots and stripes symbol here and up above right here. Now, another unique feature of this site is these beings. There are 3 in total that have the quote-unquote hula hoops around them, these circles. Could these represent a connection of cosmic means, perhaps? The sun, the moon, planets. You know, some people ask me why I care so much about learning about ancient civilizations. It's because I believe we have been lied to about the origins of our species and our civilization. I believe that ancient cultures knew much more, were much more closer to the truth than our current history books may tell us about our true origins. I believe that these civilizations left art or left structures as a means to communicate their deepest secrets to people in the future. I believe that this secret knowledge or forbidden knowledge has been kept from the public, kept from the masses, and only shared in secret societies or in amongst the elite people of civilization over the past hundreds or thousands of years. So I believe very strongly, based on my research, that so many ancient civilizations left clues for us to find today and to discover and uncover the stories that meant so much to them, that were so important to them, that they went through the painstaking effort to inscribe them in rock or to build large structures. Well, that's a wrap on adventuring for me for the day. As much as I'd love to stay out here in the back country of the Wild West, I gotta head to the city and catch a flight in the morning for a business trip. So until the next video, I'll see y'all then. Peace!